Hey guys, so WWDC 2020 just finished up. So this was more software based as we didn't see any hardware released at this event. So let's start off with the software. So as expected, iOS 14, iPadOS, WatchOS 7, macOS, and tvOS were all released. So let's dive on in. So iOS 14 has a brand new home screen with some new widgets and app draws, and it also includes some app clips. So instead of having to download an app from the App Store, it can download a specific part or area that you need for a specific day, and you keep it as long as you need, as you are able to remove it. So they finally got rid of the call screen. So when you make a phone call, it just appears as a little notification up top, which is great. They also have car key, which allows you to unlock your car with your iPhone. Although it is coming to iOS 13, so it can be used right away. It is not available on every car. It's up in the air right now what car it will be on and what car it won't be on. So they also updated iMessages a lot. So now you are given the ability to pin most important conversations to the top of the Messages app. And also group messages now have threaded replies, which allow it to make sure that if you're replying to someone else but there was other messages sent, it will link those two together, and then you can see that they were related to that. And you can also have it that when you are mentioned, so if you add a specific person, it will mention and they mention you. You can just get a notification from that, so you don't really have to worry about that. And then you can also set default apps like your browser and mail, so you no longer have to use the Apple Mail app and Safari. So those are the main features for iOS 14. Of course, I'm going to have all of them linked down below with all the previews and everything on Apple's website as soon as they go live, so you will be able to see everything that is up and released. So they also have iPadOS, which has all the features of iOS 14, but is also redesigned with some more features. So the Photos app was redesigned to make it easier with the sidebar, and now many apps also do have that similar sidebar to make it all unique and similar. So there is more content with smaller interactive areas, so everything, instead of obstructing all of your content while you're putting in a calendar invite on the iPad, it'll just pop up in a little window in the corner, which is great. Search now, instead of taking up your whole screen, is like on the Mac, where it's just a little pop-up window and will bring you right there and do what you need to. The Apple Pencil, there was a great update too, which allows you to handwrite in the text fields and also be able to copy and paste and edit your handwritten text as if it was regular text. So then also, this was actually a surprise to all of the tech community today, is that Apple is releasing AirPods updates as part of WW this year. So they will automatically switch from device, so you won't have to go and switch them by yourselves. They will automatically switch for you. And also, the AirPod Pros are gaining spatial audio like you are in a movie theater, which I thought was pretty cool, as the sound will be coming from all around you. So then they also have talked about WatchOS 7, which added a lot new features, which some are funnier in my opinion than more practical than they were. But so now you can, on watch faces, you can add multiple complications from one singular app, so you can make a dedicated watch face for that specific app. So they also added 2 new watch faces, which is the Chronograph Pro watch face, which is the one with the tachometer, and a brand new extra large face with new complications in it. So they have a new redesigned way to edit your watch faces and design them on the watch, which I thought was pretty cool as well. And you can also face share from anywhere, so it can be from on the web, a text message, an airdrop, or whatever it may be. So you'll just see a little button that says press to add Apple Watch face, and you'll just hit that and it'll bring you to the Watch app. And if you need a specific app for it to work, you will be able to download that app right then and there. There's also a new Maps app like there is with iOS and iPadOS. It added more workouts with dance workout, core training, functional strength training, and cool down workouts. And there's also a redesigned activity app on the iPhone as well as the watch. And now the activity app was actually redesigned to the fitness app now, which so I guess we aren't seeing an Apple-based fitness app. We are seeing the activity app renamed to fitness. The Apple Watch can finally do sleep tracking, and it isn't limited to certain ones. While the Series 1 and 2 are no longer supported, the 3 and up should be able to do it. You have to set it up, and it works like bedtime mode, where on your iPhone it dims the whole screen. It will now pop up and say wind down time initiated, so that'll range from 45 minutes to an hour ahead of time, and then it will show you that, and then it'll allow you to still continue using your iPhone if necessary, but it will want you to slow down as it is getting ready for bed. Next is the new screen. So when you have sleep mode initiated, it is like the extra large screen, as it will just show you the time, the date, and what time your alarm is going to go off. And when you wake up, it shows you this brand new screen that says the time, the date, the weather, how well you slept, your battery percentage, and all that on the watch. And also, this was my favorite feature that they released, is the hand washing mode. So when it detects that there is the squishing of soap on your hands and water running, it will count down to make sure you are washing your hands for 20 seconds. And if you stop washing your hands for the 20 seconds, it will alert you that you didn't wash for the full 20 seconds and want you to continue washing. So then they also made some great security improvements. So it allows you to upgrade your current accounts to use Sign In with Apple, which personally I have not used Sign In with Apple because I always have my own accounts, but now I'm more likely to use it as I can convert accounts over to it. So now they also have, so when you have to share your location, you don't have to share your location of that exact point. It will use the proximity of your location. So it can just say you were located in San Jose, California, when you could be at Apple Park. So then we also have a redesigned home app, which would be more inclusive toggles, and up top like your most used and what is most likely going to be used for you today as you've used in the past. It also has adaptive lighting based off the time of day it is. So if you have HomeKit enabled lights, like when you wake up they'll be warmer, and then midday they'll be brighter so you can focus, and then at night they'll be really warm to eliminate that blue light and make it easier to fall asleep for you. So then they also have cameras, will now have rich notifications and interact with tvOS 14. So the cameras just pop up in a little window, but now you will be able to interact with them more and talk through them and set up specific zones and facial recognition using photos and the activity zone. So tvOS wasn't that big of a redesign, which personally Apple has nailed it. They did add the home app into tvOS, which was great, but now you can also have multiple gaming support, so you can continuously switch users. It adds support for more Xbox controllers, as well as picture-in-picture all over it. And that's really it for tvOS. So then macOS 11, Big Sur, yes, you did hear that correctly. It is not macOS 10.16, Big Sur. It is macOS 11, and this is the first time we have seen one in the past 15 years, which is a really big update. So macOS Big Sur is similar to iOS with all the elements. It brings in neoscomorphism, which allows them to be similar and more 3D in certain aspects and flat in others. So it has the new design and the redesigned apps, with some new Mac apps, as they are no longer how they have been on the Mac for previous years. There's a brand new control center, so you can quickly access toggles like you would on your iPhone. There's a brand new dock, and it's similar to how it is on iOS and iPadOS. There's new iWork apps, so Keynote, Pages, and Numbers that all work simultaneous and quickly and nicer. So the menu bar is now transparent and blends in with your background. The notification center is with widgets now under the time, so you have brand new widgets like you would on your iPhone, which is great. Messages is a Catalyst app from the iPhone, so you get all that features that you would get from your iPhone brought now over to the Mac, which is great. And then Maps has a brand new design, which is brought over from iOS 14. The Catalyst helps bringing the apps over, as I mentioned. So Safari has an entirely new redesign, and it's similar to how Google Chrome is set up now, but it is 50% faster than Chrome when loading pages, and the new tabs with the customizable smart screen and a privacy report button, so it prevents websites from tracking you. So it also has a customizable start screen, which lets you set images and photos as you like. And also tabs are smarter and now show you little previews of the window, so you can see what you want. And also there is the translate right on the page, so you don't have to worry about that, as it's directly built in now and you don't have to go to another app or website to do so. And then Apple finally brought Mac over to their own processors, which is a very big deal right now, yes, but we haven't heard a lot about it, as right now it is just up for developers to convert their apps over to the new Apple Silicon-based chips, which is great for consumers like us, as it would allow them to bring over iOS apps directly to the Mac, and they would work seamlessly, so the app stores would all be combined, and you would just be able to download, I believe, whatever apps you would want. It is unclear how that's going to work now and in the future. But that is our recap for WWDC 2020. So, of course, I will be following up more with some more videos about what's going on with all of them. And as it gets closer to their release back in September, we will be talking about that. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace!